Welcome to the Toolbox Connection. I'm AJ Ogaard, and we are here with Pat Risco, the manager at Paradise Point Resort in San Diego, California. Thank you for joining us.
This is part of the Noble House Collection. We manage the property for a real estate investment trust called LaSalle. So as the management company, the uniqueness of Noble House is that they don't have a brand. They're unique to each marketplace.
Which I've noticed.
Edgewater in Seattle, Little Palm in Florida. Water is a big theme of Noble House. A lot of their properties are on the water. We're on an island in the middle of Mission Bay, and so we're able to create identity specific to the hotel, not necessarily specific to a brand. So they really want to take each property and have its own identity.
You see the brass fish there?
Yes.
Large brass fish.
That was the brass fish in the Elizabeth Taylor Cleopatra movie.
I was wondering. I was going to ask
There
you.
are some movie trivia stuff around and tied back into Jack Skirball and his family.
Okay.
So it gives
Cleopatra.
the history of the property goes back. We opened the doors. They opened the doors in '62. It was originally Jack Skirball, the famous Hollywood producer, originally leased the land from the city of San Diego. Mission Bay is a 4,400-acre water park. It was dredged by the Marine Corps of Engineers, and all the water that you see was previously a combination of swampland and back bay area. And they created the bay. And as they dredged, they created the land that we're on now at Paradise Point. Jack Skirball originally leased the land, and he built a series of cottages along the bayside, and Jack's house was the name of Bawling. It was his private residence. He had a vision for the resort to be able to shoot movies in a tropical setting without the cost of travel.
That's perfect.
And so hence the amount of landscaping that you see and the variety of specimens. And as he started to have his friends come down, he started to put more cottages together, and eventually the idea was formed to create a resort hotel. We changed the arrival experience by creating the landscaping and the screening. We separated the rooms from the road by lush vegetation to create that tropical feel. The architect was trying to recreate the feel of the Belmont Shores roller coaster.
No kidding.
Is incorporated into his design of the main building.
So that was his vision.
That was his vision to the resort. So that's why you'll never find a place that has any more distinct ceiling lines than this. So it gives us a very unique feel to the property.
Yes.
I think the biggest change in the business is in people have cut back. And so what has happened is there is less demand. And everyone, when I say everyone, all the hotel chains, all the independents are all fighting for the same customer. So we have got to be relevant. You have to be very creative in your marketing. You have to add value. So you have to have a great price point to get their interest. You have to have added value to make sure that they're going to that they perceive the value and they're going to pick us over a competitor. But the foundation of hospitality hasn't changed. The guests expect friendly service, a clean room. We feel that we're unique because of our ability to capture the guests when they get here and have that feel that you never have to leave the island.
Absolutely.
We offer tremendous food and beverage offerings. We have a beautiful spa. We've got 5 swimming pools, 6 tennis courts. We have bicycle rentals. We have boat rentals.
Why do you need the room?
That's the perfect storm for
us. You have the niche market in this house.
You come, you park your car, and you never have to get back in it.
You sit there and you think, you look out the window, and you think to yourself, you have to come here.
I understand. I'm a family guy. I have 3 young boys. I've got a 7-year-old, a 9-year-old, and an 11-year-old. They absolutely love it. My background is Ritz-Carlton.
Okay.
23 years with Ritz-Carlton. That was not a place that my kids enjoyed.
No.
Because you can't run, don't be loud, don't touch anything.
Exactly. It's a very
travel.
structured.
It's a luxury product, and I'm not going to say it's not kid friendly. They have great kids programs, but
However,
you come here and the first thing my kids want to do, they want to play on the golf course. It's a little 18-hole golf course.
I've noticed that. That's
so they go play the golf course, and they rent a bike and they ride around the property. There's 5 swimming pools. They'll say, "Dad, I'm going to be at the meadow pool," and then they'll come back after lunch and say, "I'm going to go hit the waterfall pool now, or the lagoon pool." The ability to have bonfires on the beach and s'mores every night. It just, from a family standpoint, I can't imagine a more family-friendly resort than the ability to come. And as a parent, I can relax, and there's a sense of safety and security within the compounds.
Yes.
There's no other reason to be here. There's no through traffic. It's truly a giant cul-de-sac. It's our 44-acre island cul-de-sac, and that is
It's priceless.
Priceless.
That is priceless. And you coming from the Ritz-Carlton, come here and do this, and you summed it up. When your kids enjoy where dad works.
Well, when the kid's happy, it's just like when your wife is happy or your spouse, that adds to your happiness and enjoyment. Yes. Whether they're feeding the ducks, the turtles, the fish, climbing the tower, riding bikes, they're never bored. We're the new Paradise, that's what we're calling ourselves since the relaunch. We are so, it's hard to look at a website and capture the feel of this resort. And I think that is probably our biggest challenge, because it is truly one of a kind. When you're a consumer looking online, you're not looking at one of a kind, you're looking at a whole lot. And in today's world of information and technology, you're, as a consumer, having lots of choices. And I would think our biggest challenge is capturing this feel that you talked about, the casual, comfortable, tropical feel of this resort, and how do you put that onto a web? We're 15 minutes from downtown, airport, Balboa Park, the zoo, SeaWorld, La Jolla, Old Town. We couldn't, if I threw a dart, I couldn't pick a better spot.
That's true. And there lies in the benefit.
Absolutely.
You have a location, and I mean, I look around here and I see nothing but art. It seems like living art, and it feels like you actually become connected. And as you said, the benefit is having everything within a stone's throw.
Convenience.
And very few places can actually say that. That in and of itself, fantastic.
My pleasure. It's hospitality. That's what it's all about.
It is hospitality. Pat, thank you so much for everything. I really, really do.
You're welcome.